Sunday, October 28th.
It's your game face on.
11-year-old Richie Walker and his family are taking a 270-mile trip from the hurricane-affected North Carolina coast to Charlotte to watch the Panthers.
I'm looking forward to going to the game, period, and I want to see Cam.
Around his wrist, Richie wears a symbol, one of hope and humility for a community that lost so much. The same symbol worn by his favorite player.
Staying humble throughout it all and staying hopeful is something that embodies, life in itself. Because no matter how bad you may think it is, it's not as bad. No matter how good you may think you are, you're not as good.
So we're going to talk about bracelets. What are the elements inside those bracelets?
The Lokai, they just had this bracelet, and it said it was infused with water from Mount Everest and mud from the Dead Sea, the highest points and the lowest points of the earth, and it's just a continual mentality to stay balanced. No matter how high you may get, no matter how low you may get in life, you just have to find your balance.
For years, Cam Newton has been giving out footballs after touchdowns. This season, he also began handing out Lokai bracelets. Around the same time, in early September, much of the coastal Carolinas braced as Category 4 Hurricane Florence tracked for a direct hit.
North Carolina is taking Hurricane Florence seriously, and you should too.
It looked like it was going to be a direct impact, and then they were pretty much saying that it was going to be a Category 4. So safety became a pretty huge issue at that time.
The forecast coincided with Joe and Grayson Marlette's plans to take Richie to the Panthers-Falcons game in Atlanta for his 11th birthday.
It was decision time for us, and it was, are we going to stay? Are we going to go? Where are we going to go? I had ruled out the game, and I had sat down with Richie and talked to him and told him that, it wasn't going to happen for him this year, and I was sorry.
I was really upset. I was a little, really? A little heartbroken.
For safety, the family decided it was best to evacuate to Atlanta. There, they could only watch and wait as Florence made landfall back home.
You can see the winds are just ferocious right now. Wind gusts reported up to 97 miles per hour right on the coast.
We were pretty much glued to the Weather Channel, our phones, talking with the neighbors and trying to find out what was going on back home.
People who lost their roofs, the rain just inundated their roof, and then it just caused their ceilings to collapse, and then they've basically lost the insides of their house.
After 4 stressful days in a hotel room, they needed a distraction and turned to football.
We decided to go to the game on Sunday because I wanted to salvage what was left of Richie's birthday.
We were in awesome seats, so we could pretty much almost touch the field.
They were amazing. They were right behind the goalpost, which is really lucky.
Then, in the fourth quarter,
Cam made a good throw. It led him and everything, and he ended up catching it for a touchdown. Cam went up there and grabbed the ball. So I was just kind of hoping that he was going to come to me.
I guess my eyes went straight to Cam, and I saw him look straight at Richie.
Well, he kind of ran up and said, "Hey, buddy, here you go." I was really speechless. I couldn't really think of anything.
It was his birthday, We had a hurricane, had a lot of emotion going on. That just brought us a lot of hope.
The family's house survived the storm, but Florence's unrelenting wind and rain wreaked havoc on much of their community.
Most of the neighbors were devastated, and we were very blessed.
I needed to take this opportunity to teach Richie that when someone blesses you, you bless somebody else.
And we decided that we would rent a U-Haul trailer and load it with supplies and food and come back and start helping the community.
Cam's simple gesture had a lasting impact. And for a family amid a community reeling, it brought with it the very message the bracelet represents: hope and humility.
We're gonna keep hope for everybody in the neighborhood and the community in North Carolina. We're gonna stay humble just because our house did really well, and we're gonna help people either way.
In Richie's case, you know, with him and his family going through so much throughout that whole week with having to evacuate, it's gratifying for me just to know that in some way, shape, form, I have that power to give that joy to somebody else.